friends. We're back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Kendrin.
What up? What up? It is Deja. How y'all doing, friends?
Hello. And we are back. If you've never been here before, we do a cross section of pop culture in real life. And today we are doing a pop culture roundup of sorts. We got a bunch of different stories. If you've been here before, you know I dropped down the timestamps down below in the description box so you can hop around at your leisure. What do we got first?
So, kind of skipping around a little bit.
Sure.
Following up last time we talked to you all, we made mention of the Kelly Rowland and Today Show debacle.
Yeah.
It has now come out that the other rumor is that she was asked a whole bunch of questions about Beyonce during her interview about her new film.
Mm,
And so that is why she left. And sources close to Kelly have been saying that nope, what happened is what happened. What we told you all initially is why she left. Not this, like, we're trying to use this Beyonce, whatever. Like, no.
yeah.
So I don't know what the story is, but I just figured it's worth noting that these are the other rumors that are flying about. Y'all let us know what you think about this whole thing because, again, she still ain't came out and said nothing. And not that she
And
owes
she's
any
not
of
going
us
to.
any explanation. But either way, none of the situations was right. Lord.
Also, I will say, I always thought that Kelly Rowland had a Beyonce writer, like in her questions. So I think two
It
things can be
does.
true at once. I feel like she probably has a "you are not allowed to ask me about Beyonce" sort of writer because every interview, and I am a Kelly Rowland, pretty much a stan. I love Kelly Rowland. So even her music, I kind of like her music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I've watched plenty of interviews with Kelly Rowland, and I always found it funny that no one asked her about Beyonce, and I assume that that's on purpose. I
Because it's
assume
in her documentation that you cannot ask her about. That's one of the things that
correct.
came out too.
So I feel like that could possibly have been it, but also shout out to Demetria over at Ratchet and Respectable. She was saying basically from her background knowledge is like it was the dressing room, but it was more her team saying that they couldn't perform maybe in that dressing room allegedly, more so than
And
it was
honestly, you
Kelly
can if you in a closet and you got like four
saying
or
that
five
she
people.
right saying that she wasn't going to go on, but the team was just like, girl, we can't in this in the under these circumstances. So we just we just can't. So
So
I don't
yeah,
know
we gonna see. I'm sure they're gonna have another spin on this story.
for sure.
But we'll
And
if
Kelly's
they
never
do,
going to
if we
say
feel
anything.
inclined. Hello, that part. If we feel so inclined, maybe we'll come back, but I doubt it. Next up, we have Malia Obama changing her name to Malia Ann because she wants to separate herself away from her family name to make a name
Girl,
for herself. And I'm not, I mean, do you, girl?
honestly, congratulations, but also we know your face. So,
Is
okay.
it really gonna work? I mean, but like their generation of adults are different, so it might.
Maybe. What's
Speaking
next?
of TikTok fodder, Reesa Teesa has come back out with another part of her story.
And what's part one
And
through
this I'm just gonna
50?
read from our outline.
Yes.
Reesa Teesa's ex has decided to take legal action against her, so we'll see how that plays out. I don't imagine that he's gonna be able to get anything. But
Mhm.
in Risa coming back to tell more of the story, she was contacted by the ex's brother. And
Okay.
so, yes. So it says in most recent posts, Risa alleged that excuse me, Risa alleged by way of the brother that the ex-husband suffered from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and that basically this information was relayed to her through her friend who's an attorney whom the brother contacted to get this information over because some pieces of the story that she told he wanted it to be rectified. And also
Sure.
all the times that the ex was saying that he was speaking to his brother, he was not speaking to anyone, which the schizophrenia thing, I mean, it fits. If
It
if
fits.
that's the
It
case, I'm just
tracks.
like,
But
sheesh.
okay.
Story just keeps getting
Um,
crazier and crazier.
so she was on Tamron Hall. She's been doing her rounds. She has been
You've been
signed
everywhere,
allegedly to
child.
some agency. I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh shit.
I don't care. I don't care. I embarrass easily, and I can't believe that you went on the internet to embarrass yourself. And I guess congratulations to you for getting all of the things, but like, at what cost?
So she didn't lose much. She gained more than anything else.
Hear you, but
I mean, when you think about it, like,
I guess.
her thing is like she's telling the story as a cautionary tale, but also the way that she told the story, like, this was intentional. Like, you knew that you was gonna come up off of this
All right,
and
sure.
did.
If that's her desire is to come up off of her story of tragedy, so be it. And I know plenty of people do it, but that is not my bag. So this is not my bag. And I've said that from the beginning. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the 50 parts. I didn't watch part one
I couldn't
because
watch it. I
I
kept
did
falling
not
asleep.
understand. I literally, like the first, she did not even capture my interest within the first however many minutes. Now, in the cousins group
Mm-mm.
chat, one of my cousins was like, you got to watch this. And I just was like, absolutely not. Like, I just feel
Just
like
give me
I
the Cliff
feel
Notes.
and also, I feel secondhand embarrassment for you being this dumb. So that's how I feel. I was not interested. I don't care. I honestly would love her to go away. And I would love to not have to speak about this anymore. Thank you.
Yikes. But I think she is relatable because not that the average woman or person is going to come and tell their like saga or whatever, but
In
she's
50
relatable in the sense
parts,
that everybody has gone through this in some sort of way. What?
I said in 50 parts. Like, sure, everybody has gone through some crazy mess in their lives. Well, not everybody, but I mean, congratulations if you're fortunate enough to not have gone through crazy stuff in your life. But a lot of us have gone
Mm-hmm.
through crazy stuff in our lives. And I feel like, yes, that's relatable, but like 50 parts feels excessive. 50 parts feels like you said, like somebody who's trying to come up and trying to make something of this. And I guess that's fine if that's what you want, but like I have secondhand embarrassment
So,
and like me watching you for 50 parts in 9 hours make a fool of yourself online, not doing it.
I mean, listen, if she get with Tyler Perry or Will Packer Productions
Yeah, good
or
for
hell,
her.
even Lifetime, sis finna be paid.
Sure.
I'm not mad. Do you?
That's what I'm saying.
Embarrassment and
Do
all.
you? It's just not for me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what she did. I'm saying it's not for me. And I'm not watching it. I'm not
Right.
watching it on Lifetime. I'm not watching it on We. I'm not watching it on OWN. I'm not watching it on TikTok. I am not
All
watching
right,
it
Sam,
on
I am.
Instagram. I am not watching it on Tamron Hall. I'm not watching it. I don't care. That is where I stand.
Okay. Moving right along. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about Teesa Tales, who is a YouTube celebrity gossip blogger who
Okay.
broke the news about Diddy potentially
Oh
having
yes,
to deal
yes.
with some racketeering charges. And baby, a couple weeks later, here we are. So Diddy is back in hot water, recently accused of sexual harassment and assault by former male employee. And this lawsuit has photos, videos, all types of things. Now, some of the things that I've heard as of earlier this week, some of the photos where he's alleging that they were underage women were in their 30s. So I don't know how credible this pursuant is. I don't know if that's the right language, but this person trying to sue him,
Okay.
I don't know if this is gonna really go anywhere, but we gonna see,
Also,
because
I think
like that
go ahead. Sorry.
that piece alone where I want to say I don't know whose podcast I was listening to, but they basically were like it came out that one of the photos that is in this lawsuit, they released the images of the girls and they're 30-year-old women at the time in this photo. So it's like,
Well,
yikes.
here's the thing. Based on Cassie's lawsuit, which we know settled in 24 hours, it's not
Everybody's
surprising
coming.
that there was something coming from a male assistant as well, based on his shenanigans. Also, Young Miami's cousin was implicated in this mess as
In
well.
this lawsuit for
Uh,
sexually harassing him.
I feel like Diddy's gonna
A
have
lot of things that he's accused of. So, like, to the point of him not getting the ages right of the women that was in that photo,
Yeah.
with all the stuff that he said where he was waking up having been drugged, I can see how he could confuse that, because there's too many times in the documentation where he's saying that he was drugged.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
like, you
Which
don't really
tracks.
know, you don't know whether you're coming or going.
Right.
So you got one set of women wrong, but who's to say that the other women that were around, because this was happening all the time,
Might have been right.
you weren't wrong about. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So anyway, moving right along.
Wait, I feel like Diddy's
go
gonna
ahead.
have to move. I got two more thoughts on this. I think Diddy's gonna have to move to Bali with Russell Simmons, and also Usher was down to Bali with Russell Simmons, and maybe that's not the good look, but sir, maybe that ain't
I
it.
did not know that.
Maybe that's not it, Usher. Like we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. And why are you down to Bali?
Girl.
Why are you, sir, post Super Bowl down to Bali? That's what I want to know. Okay.
And traipsing around with Mr. Simmons himself. He's not on this docket, but he's got another couple of lawsuits that he is also facing. So we'll talk about that the next time, because I didn't pull any information on him.
Me neither. This just
moving right along.
Came up to the top of my head because I was like, did he need to move to Russell Simmons? Oh yeah, Russell Simmons, Usher. Okay. Moving along.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you. So brother Terrance Howard is ordered to pay $900K in back taxes to the state of Pennsylvania because he said, and I quote, this was in the Philadelphia Inquirer, okay? He says that descendants of slaves shouldn't have to pay taxes. And you know what, my brother, I'm with you on that one.
Listen, I was gonna say, man, as you would say, I'm with you when you're right. And you know what? Yes, but also no. But also no.
I mean, we ain't going to jail, okay? I'm with you when you're right. However, now we coming down to the jailhouse. I ain't got it. No. And the words of Tasha K, I ain't got it.
No, we're just not gonna do that.
I just was like, that is the craziest statement but like, he's highly intelligent, so okay, I'm waiting for you to prove your side in court. Like, come up with something, make it good, okay?
I mean,
we about to get some what was that show he was on, Empire? We about to get some Empire level of grandstanding. Okay?
They will never agree with him because of the precedent that was set, so that's not going to be a thing. I don't disagree.
Don't we know it?
And I don't disagree.
I don't disagree.
But I don't disagree with him, to be clear. All right, we got one more.
Princess
Love and Rachel.
Oh God, I skipped right over that because it's so stupid. They've been divorcing. Princess Love and Ray J is allegedly divorcing. Princess has come out and said in Iowa's press release, shout out to the Read, that she is divorcing him. And so, girl, we'll believe it when we see it. Because at this point, you have said that you are divorcing this man so many times in the last 5-6 years, and you all have still been together. Hell, we were all confused and at the fact that you said that you're divorcing him again in 2024. We thought it was already over and done with.
It's giving very Cardi and Offset. And speaking of shout out to the Read, I just want to highlight the fact that moving on from these clowns, I just want to highlight the fact that they finally got to meet Beyonce, and I'm just so happy for them. And it was just like I almost cried. I don't listen to the Read weekly like I used to. I'm not like, but I listened to that episode, and it just felt like the culmination of something beautiful.
It was good.
It was so good. So shout out to them and congratulations to them for getting to meet.
For sure.
Beyonce. Also, I've heard Cecred is good. Like, I've heard good reviews from Cecred across the board.
Mm-hmm. I might actually pick up some stuff, especially for like the packet that they have that's like the rice water stimulator or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I might try that out to help me with this PCOS hair thinning, the joys of hormonal imbalances.
Give it a whirl. Give it a whirl.
All right, y'all. Get down in the comments and let us know what you thought about any of the stories that we shared. By all means, if you have certain things that you want us to talk about, then send that over. The email is always linked in the description box, and we will see you all in the next conversation. Bye.
Bye.